This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Man believed to be mentally ill, killed at ex-commissioner's house. A man believed to be of unsound mind who allegedly attempted to break into the rural home of former police commissioner Owen Ellington was fatally shot last night. The incident happened about 7 p.m. in Glengough, St. Catherine. Ellington was not at the house at the time. A relative of his has been implicated in the shooting. The injured man was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. Investigators attached to the St. Catherine North Police are probing the shooting. When contacted Tuesday morning, Ellington declined to comment on the incident. NWC working to restore normalcy at a Martha Brae treatment plant. The National Water Commission says it is still working to restore normalcy at its Martha Brae treatment plant in Trelawney. Currently, the plant is operating at a 60% capacity due to mechanical challenges. As a result, customers in Trelawney, St. James, and St. Anne will continue to experience low water pressure or periods without water. The areas likely to be affected include Greenwood, Rose Hall, Coral Gardens, Iron Shore, Ryan Park, Spot Valley, Cornwall, Mount Zion, Palmyra, Sagon, Barretttown, Providence Heights, Norwood, and Paradise in St. James, and in Trelawney, Falmouth, Falmouth Pier, Royalton Hotel, Rock, Cooper's Pen, Granville, Green Park, Shawfield, Silver Sands, Duncan's Bay, Kerry Park, Stuart Castle, Salt Marsh, Davis Pen, Stonebrook Vista, Florence Hall Village, Coral Spring Village, Wilshire, Hague Housing Scheme, Danieltown, Bounty Hall, Hammersmith, and Retreat Heights will be affected. Further, Discovery Bay, Bridgewater Heights, Primrose Hill, Lakeside Park, Hopewell Park, and Old Folly in St. Anne will continue to be affected. Teen drowns in Clarendon. A teenager drowned in the Rio Minho in Clarendon on Monday evening. She has been identified as 18-year-old Tomoya Cameron of Canaan Heights, Clarendon. Tomoya and others went for a swim at about 6 o'clock. She reportedly ventured into a deep section of the river and drowned. Jacure to make second court appearance in Netherlands next week. A source close to reggae singer Jacure has revealed that the artist is set to make a second court appearance in the Netherlands on Monday. Confirming that the entertainer remains behind bars today, the source said despite news circulating that the artist may be facing attempted murder charges, there is still no official word on what charges he will answer to come next week. Jacure, whose birth name is Sikaturi Alcock, has been in police custody in the European nation since the start of the month. Reports are that the singer was arrested and charged with assault following a stabbing incident involving promoter Ricardo Papa Blake on October 1. The Dutch police remain tight-lipped on said charges as law enforcers in the European nation are still referencing their strict privacy laws when inquiries are made about the DJ. We are unable to give you any information. Whether he is still in custody or not in custody, we cannot give out any information, a representative said via phone. Reports reaching the news are that the entertainer appeared before a Dutch court last week Tuesday to answer to criminal charges resulting from the altercation. Following the court session, the entertainer was reportedly remanded for 14 days as investigations into the matter continue. Those 14 days are set to expire sometime next week. Probe launched after shooting at policeman's house. A probe has been launched into an attack on a policeman's house in Black River, St. Elizabeth on Monday night. Heavily armed gunmen reportedly fired several shots at the house. The policeman's wife, who was at home, escaped injury. The incident happened about 10 o'clock. The news has been informed that the policeman, who is assigned to the Westmoreland Division, was recently involved in a fatal shooting with gunmen traveling in a stolen car. Caricom restricts offices to only vaccinated people. Caricom says access to its offices across the region will be restricted to people showing proof of being vaccinated against the coronavirus. In a two-paragraph statement on Tuesday, the Guyana-based Caricom Secretariat said the policy went into effect on October 1. It said the measure is aimed at providing a safe working environment for its staff in keeping with attempts to limit the spread of the coronavirus. Staff members and members of the public who are not vaccinated will require a PCR test no older than 7 days to enter the offices. The statement by Caricom comes as several regional governments have either indicated a need to establish safe zones or restrict entry to public buildings to only vaccinated people. Video of gun-firing men said to be cronies of Dog Paw triggers police probe. Police are probing two social media videos in which men are seen with high-powered weapons following the killing of alleged gang leader Christopher Dog Paw Linton. Deputy Commissioner Fitz Bailey, head of crime and security, told the news that the police are aware of the videos and are looking into them. DCP Bailey said the police cannot confirm when the videos were made or if they are in relation to Linton's death. "We can't confirm that is what is happening," he said. One of the videos, which shows at least 3 men firing their weapons into the air, is said to be a tribute to Linton. While this was happening, another man was seen walking a short distance away, unconcerned by the gunmen, who fired their guns for at least a minute before the video ended. In the other video, apparently shot before the first one, the men were seen walking up a rocky slope, passing several residents with weapons in hand. None of the men's faces were seen in the video. At least one wore a mask. Others partially covered their faces with handkerchiefs. Linton was reportedly killed in a police shootout in Elletson Flat, St. Andrew on Monday afternoon. Police said he was traveling in a motor car that was stopped by lawmen. He allegedly disembarked the vehicle and opened fire at the police, who returned the fire, shooting him dead. A .45 pistol was reportedly taken from Linton. Opposition to table more questions on AAJ investment. Opposition spokesman on finance Julian Robinson plans to table more questions about investment by the Airport Authority of Jamaica of millions of dollars in First Rock Capital Holdings. Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clark revealed in July that the AAJ's board breached government policy in making the investment. Dr. Clark said his ministry's approval is needed for investments in unlisted private companies, which First Rock was at the time of the initial investment. Mr. Robinson complained on Monday that the government has not taken action to hold the board accountable for disregarding established rules.
3 months after the Minister of Finance confirmed in Parliament, and there has been no action by the government. The board members who breached the government's guidelines, who breached their own investment policy, still remain board members of the Airports Authority of Jamaica. The Minister of Transport and Works, who is the portfolio minister, has said absolutely nothing on the matter. He came to Parliament 2 weeks ago, did 3 statements on other areas of the portfolio, but has said nothing. Now, I must ask myself, is the government protecting members of the board because of who they are? Or is the government afraid to act in relation to a board which by its own confirmation has acted against its own laws and regulations?
Lawrence Tavern longs for consistent water supply. While not yet out of the woods, residents of Unity and the Fern Hill in Lawrence Tavern, St. Andrew, have been breathing a sigh of relief as they now have access to a more regular water supply flowing through their pipes. The water flow, which is supplied once per week, has given many residents the opportunity to replenish drums, tanks, and other containers, sparing them the expense of purchasing water from trucks. However, while pleased with the progress to address their long-standing water troubles, they are concerned that the current infrastructure is unable to manage the pressure from the newly installed water pump, resulting in burst pipes and water flowing along the roads when the line is engaged. Leslie Edwards, a resident of the community for more than 30 years, said that they have been able to access piped water within the last 2 months. Yet, since the National Water Commission has improved the system by installing a new water pump, 3/4 of the water gone down the road, he said. A nearby shopkeeper believed the rupturing of the pipes is due to a lack of maintenance. But while some of her neighbors are celebrating, Karen Nelson lamented on Monday that while she has been without water for about 2 months, she is still being billed by the NWC. "Me like to pay for what me a get, and things rough. So me a go pay for something when me not get?" she questioned. St. Andrew West Rural Member of Parliament Juliet Cuthbert Flynn told the news last Thursday that she anticipates that the $789 million Essex Hall Water Project will get off the ground next year to ease some of the troubles. The project, which was originally slated to begin early this year, has been delayed due to the pandemic. It was already in the budget, but as you know, COVID has kind of derailed a lot of things, she said, adding that she has been assured by NWC President Mark Barnett that the funding is still in place for the project. Cuthbert Flynn described the water crisis being faced by many residents of the area as a serious problem, as the current infrastructure can no longer supply the consistently growing and developing population of over 10,000 people. She said that the Essex Hall upgrading project will allow for all residents of Lawrence Tavern to be consistently supplied with the commodity. The MP added that the NWC is currently installing meters and changing out old pipes to accommodate the transition. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.